Okay, so I'm a little bit delayed in doing this, but here we are back in my classroom for the start of the school year. It is teacher planning week, and we have our open house tomorrow. Yesterday, I was in here and we had our staff meeting, and I was just doing kind of like some preliminary paperwork, trying to plan for my semester, basically looking at my calendar and everything like that. Everything that you see up in my classroom right now, I guess this is my classroom tour, is from last year. And I don't know, I'm going to be a bad teacher, I think, guys, because I don't think I'm going to change too much unless some inspiration comes to me very quickly. But last year, so I teach English for AP and film as literature. So last year I made these mini posters, these mini movie posters, because I didn't have any money. So I made them using Canva and then printed them at Staples, which was actually really expensive to get them in color. But it was still cheaper than being able to find like full-size movie posters. And I also didn't want my walls to be covered completely with movie posters, like from top to bottom. And movie posters are pretty big. So it's something I'm still considering, but because film's not the only class I teach, I didn't want to go too crazy with like the film stuff. But as you can see here, Dead Poets Society, and on the posters, I think I'll include a link for these in the description, but I took a quote from each film. So it says, Carpe diem, seize the day, boys, make our lives extraordinary. And then it has the movie and the year. So Dead Poets Society, I think it pisses God off when you walk by the color purple in a film and don't notice it. Maybe it is written. I tried to choose quotes that actually kind of went with English as well. That's from Slumdog Millionaire. Poltergeist, they're here. There was a typo here, so I will fix that before I share this link out, because this is 1882, and obviously that is not the year. My mom always said life was like a box of chocolates, so you never know what you're going to get. Forrest Gump. Over here we have one from Memoirs of a Geisha. And then these flowers I bought from the Dollar Tree last year during like their spring season. During the winter I had snowflakes up, and we had a little winter event, and I got a chance to play Frozen in my classroom, so the snowflakes went really well. I love decorating for the holidays, but of course everyone doesn't celebrate Christmas, so I went with the wintry theme, because everyone experiences winter in the same way, in the same state at least. And so I bought these when we transitioned to spring, and it just so happened to work with our school colors, because our school colors are gray, teal, and purple, and I just kept them up, and I was like, I'm pretty much going to keep them up. And then the little tape strips, ignore those, I will pull those down. We had a party at the end of the school year, and I left them up. So this wall right here just has kind of more of the same. I have these bookshelves along the back wall with all of our textbooks, novel sets, this cute little gnome that a student bought me for Teacher Appreciation Week, so he's just going to be hanging out here. Look at how lifelike this apple looks, guys. More flowers. We have a clock back here on this back wall. This is from that party that we had last year. We decided they went with the Star Wars theme, and they bought this tablecloth, and you can actually play like tic-tac-toe and stuff, and you can color it. And I felt bad. I didn't want to take it down because it's really cute, and it would be great for like a day where we're not really doing a whole lot and we're having fun. But I also don't really want Star Wars up in my classroom all year, so I don't know what's going to happen. These are from that party. I didn't want to throw them away, so my principal bought me some Scrabble games, and I teach honors 12th grade. But what I thought was that with the Scrabble, I was going to create some word lists that are like high impact SAT words, and give them the list and give them bonus points if they make those, if they're able to make any of those words, like they get bonus points or something like that. But we're gonna have some game days. We do vocabulary study in my classroom using Mimbeam. I'll put a link to Mimbeam in the description if you never heard of it. It's pretty cool. Our school does buy a license, so myself and the other English teacher both use it. The kids get pretty much independent word lists, which they study for 10 or 15 minutes, however many times you set for the week. I set that they have to do 15 minutes 4 times a week, so that they have a total of 60 minutes of study. And then every 2 weeks they have a quiz grade, and then at least once a month or once a quarter they'll take a test grade for that. And there's just my ugly cabinet in the back. My windows do not exit, which is not good. More movie posters. Okay, Cool Hand Luke. What we've got here is A Failure to Communicate. May the Force be with you, Star Wars. And then Toto, I've got a feeling we're not in Kansas anymore. Out of the films that are on the wall, we watched all of them in my film class except for Star Wars. And we didn't get to Cool Hand Luke last year, but we watched, and Poltergeist, but we watched all of the others. A student gave me this Grogu poster, so I put it up. And then everything else that I put up in my room tends to be like student created art. Here's my teacher area. So I've got my name back there with my banner for where I went to school. They made me a birthday poster last year, and we read How to Read Literature Like a Professor. So I just kind of made this. I want to turn this into a formal poster that I get professionally made. We have a poster maker. So this may be something that I work on Friday, and I'll probably make something really nifty in Canva. If I make a poster for this, I'll include it in the description. But yeah, this is my classroom. Not much to it. This is my little, tends to be my movie themed area, which is why I went with the red and the black. And then I have these nifty popcorn containers that I bought from the dollar store, and I went with yellow, red in this area. It doesn't go with anything else in the classroom, so I will possibly be changing it up. But I love my little popcorn containers just because it kind of does go with the movie theme. I use the popcorn, the smaller ones from the dollar store. And here I have some vinyl stickers that I bought as kind of like incentives for students that they can get to put on their computers and their phones. And I also use it for dry erase markers and stuff. And can't forget my Harry Potter poster. So this is my classroom. It's kind of hard because it's not really easy to do a cool classroom. I feel like when we are at a college campus, so we don't have the freedom to paint the walls and do kind of cool stuff like that. And then also all of my students, their other classes, they're just in empty classrooms because those classrooms are not belonging dedicated classrooms to that one teacher. So I wanted to make it feel like, okay, they could come here and every day they know this is their teacher's classroom and it's a high school classroom and it feels warm and inviting without going too far to the extreme end where it feels like a middle school or elementary school, just because it's so different. None of their other classrooms are going to look like this. So this is our classroom tour, and seats. They sit 2 to a seat. I have around 28 students who will be in this room at one point. With my film class, it's really small, so I only have about 7. But yeah, just wanted to do a cool little classroom tour for you guys. And let me know down below in the comments if you have any questions about anything. If you saw something in the room as I was moving about that you were interested in. And Frankie and I will talk to you later. Toodles.